Emily Weber here. Thank you so much for joining me for this full length Pilates mat class where the focus is on the hips. So we're going to go kind of fast today. So we're going to begin with our feet flat on the mat, our knees bent, our heels tracking underneath our sits bones. So our feet aren't too wide apart, and our knees are tracking over our big toe. So they're not flaring out to the side or knocking in the middle. We're going to inhale, exhale, hold on gently with 2 fingertips beside our thighs and articulate down to the mat. Draw our legs into a comfortable position where we can find a nice neutral spine. Plant your arms on the mat, roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Squeeze under the arms to pull the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, exhale without shifting anything in your body. March your left leg to tabletop. Inhale to lower it. March the right leg to tabletop. Inhale to lower, exhale left leg. Inhale to lower, exhale right leg. Inhale, exhale left. Inhale, exhale lift the right. Now inhale, Adana. Inhale, exhale, curl it. Don't tuck that tail. Make sure that your sacrum is very heavy. Lift from your tailbone to the back 2 hips. Pull those fingertips away from your ears by squeezing under the arms. Inhale, exhale the left leg to tabletop and lower it. Don't allow anything in your body to shift as we continue to do 3 on each side. So if you can see your hips wobbling, pull down with the obliques. See if that helps you out. A lot of times, engaging the obliques really helps me out. Otherwise, move with the breath, move nice and slow. You're probably whipping stuff around or use momentum, and that's never a good thing with Pilates, right? Sometimes it is, most of the time, no, yes. We're going to uncurl. Now march your left leg to tabletop, right leg to tabletop. We're going to do the whole thing as toe dips now. If you are not comfortable doing toe dips, please continue with the marching. We're only going to go halfway to the mat with the first toe dip. So we're going to go halfway down. Make sure we're not shifting anywhere in our body. Pull it back up. Inhale the right leg halfway down. Exhale it back up. Inhale, you can go an inch deeper if you would like. And the other leg. On the first one, I noticed that my back hip shifted a little bit. So I'm really going to engage my body on that side here and pull it all in. On the right side, one more time. Now, leave your legs in tabletop. Inhale, exhale, curl up. Leave that sacrum nice and heavy. Inhale the left leg. Exhale the left. Inhale the right leg. Exhale the left. And left leg. And right leg. One more on each side. Left leg. Right leg. Try to stay in curl up and not resting your head against shoulders. Extend your legs to working level and begin the hundreds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Long continuous inhale, long continuous exhale. Today for fun, let's all work in Pilates V. Really rotating the femur in the hip socket, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the inner thighs, making sure that sacrum is nice and heavy. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Squeeze under the arms. Don't crunch your chin to your chest. Leave a little space. But don't look up at the ceiling either. It's too hard on your neck. Final set. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legs up to the ceiling. Rest the head against shoulders. Interlace the fingers at the base of the skull, at top of the neck, behind your head. Make the thumbs long down the neck. Inhale, exhale, curl up. Reach the legs to working level. Still in Pilates V, we're going to beat the heels, not separating very far. So we're going to beat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now ballet beats by crossing the thighs. Over with the left leg and switch right leg on top. 1. Left leg, right leg, 2. Left, right, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back. We're going to do it all again. If this is too much and you can feel it in your back as you're arching, rest your head against shoulders and beat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ballet beats. Left leg on top, right leg on top. Left leg, left, right. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Legs to the ceiling. Rest the head, neck, and shoulders. Hands down by your side. Lower the left leg. lot of weight in that left leg. Really engage the core of the body or the neutral spine to stay still. We're going to do 5 leg circles in each direction. We're going to lower the right leg to working level, open it to the width of the mat, bring it up and back to center, and lower on the inhale. And exhale as we lift back to the original position. And lower, and lift. Lower, and lift. Lower. I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing. We're doing 6. 1 more. And lift. Now stay at the top. Now we're going to inhale the leg to the edge of the mat, lower it down, bring it back to the center, and exhale it back up. So inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Don't forget to engage on the left side. Even though it is not doing anything, it's working the hardest. Make sure you're not arching your back. 1 more. And now we're going to scissor switch the legs in the air. Before we begin, we're really going to press down with that right leg, finding engagement. My left hip wanted to hike a little bit, so I'm going to encourage it not to do that. We're going to inhale the left leg down to working level, open it the width of the mat, and exhale it up and back to center. Inhale down, and exhale the left. Inhale down. And exhale the left. Inhale down, and exhale the lift. Inhale down, exhale lift. Stay at the top. Reverse inhale away and down, and exhale lift. And inhale away and down, exhale lift, and away, down. 3 more. And inhale away and down, and exhale lift. The reason we're staying within the width of the mat today is so we're not getting too wobbly, right? Exhale lift. Bring the legs to tabletop. Float your fingertips up over your sternum 12th rib, which is right where your ribs curtain at the bottom of your sternum. So inhale, exhale to curl up. We're going to do single leg stretch, 6 on each side. So I'm going to extend my right leg as my right hand comes into the inside of my left knee and my left hand reaches to my left ankle. I'm going to stay in tabletop on this one. I'm going to inhale through center and exhale the other way, reaching my left hand to the inside of my right knee and my right hand to the outside towards my right ankle. Switch. 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 It's really easy when we work here to find a really nice flat sacrum. Two more. And last set. Rest your head and shoulders. Bring your knees into your chest slightly. Try to keep a nice flat sacrum while you're here. So try not to tuck it right up, right? Just let it stay nice and flat, but give your legs a little bit of a break from staying in tabletop. All right, we're going to do the double leg stretch from tabletop, and then we're going to move into a back extension series. So legs up to tabletop, fingertips over your sternum 12th rib. Inhale, exhale, curl. Reach for your ankles. Don't hang on to the tops of your knees for dear life. Now, inhale, extend your arms and legs to working level. Don't allow your arms to come behind your ears. Exhale to circle the arms, and when they come to a T, pull everything back in. Oops, sorry. Coming to tabletop, reaching for your ankles. I'm not touching my legs, okay? Inhale, reach back. Exhale to circle and come in. Now let's talk about shoulder issues. If I have a shoulder issue, I'm going to come to here. And then I'm going to open straight to the T and down. So up over my sternum 12th rib. Or I'm going to do a top hat move where I bend my elbows, lift my top hat off, and instead of circling, I'm going to put my top hat back on and reach for my ankles. Tabletop, choice is short. So inhale and exhale back in. One more. Inhale and exhale back in. Go ahead and give your knees a hug again, trying to keep a nice flat sacrum. From here, we're going to roll over onto our stomachs. We're going to do swan and swan dive. If swan dive is too hard on your shoulder, please feel free to find a stretch here. So I'm going to come onto my stomach. My forehead's resting on the mat. My hands are somewhere under my shoulders. I'm not hiked up like this, so I can put my hands under my shoulders. My whole forearm's resting on the mat. I'm squeezing my biceps into my ribs. My belly button is coming up to my spine, and I've wrapped my ribs. I'm going to inhale Begin the extension with the tip top of my head as if it's the first vertebra, and press up. I'm going to exhale to articulate back down, vertebra by vertebra, belly button to spine, ribs wrapped. Inhale, lift up, and exhale down. One more. Find that nice engagement with the legs because we're going to begin the swan dive right now. So I'm going to reach my arms out in front of me and lift my legs as my chest lowers to the ground. And I'm going to come up and lower. 2 more, 3 more. Here's 5 and 6. And just lower everything down to the mat. And take a quick break. From here, we're going to do the single leg kick. So I'm going to drag my elbows so they're underneath my shoulders. I'm going to pull apart the mat with my forearms, hands, and elbow so that I'm widening across the collarbones and not rounding up into my shoulders. I'm still drawing my belly button, my spine, and wrapping my ribs. From there, I'm going to make my right leg light and flex, pulse the foot to my glutes, and point, pulse the glutes to my hip and extend. Now the left leg, flex, pulse, point, pulse, and release. If your body is rocking forward, you're using momentum and not muscles to move it. Only go as far as you can while keeping a still body. So flex, point, release. Other leg, flex, point, release. Other leg, flex, point, release. Other leg, flex, point, release. Lower yourself down to the mat. Extend your arms over your head. We are going to go into swimming. So we've already extended our back. We've already extended our legs. We're going to do both at the same time while keeping the belly button pulled to the spine and wrapping the ribs. So squeeze the legs in towards each other. Inhale, exhale. Try to lift up. Try to keep your biceps by your ears and begin swimming. One leg, arm will go up while the other arm goes down, and the opposite leg will go up while the opposite leg goes down. So my right arm and left leg are moving together, and my left arm and right leg are moving together. We're going to inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same breath work as the hundreds. Final set. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause and lower. We are going to roll onto our left side first. If you do not have a shoulder issue, you can work on your forearm for this, but you can't sink if you feel it in your neck. Don't work on your forearm. Instead, lie flat on your side, using your arm as a pillow. Don't crunch in on it to put your arm and your elbow. Try to look straight ahead, right? All right, from there, I'm going to lift up out of my side, closest to the mat. I'm going to flex my feet strongly, shoot energy out of my top leg, and lift my foot up to hip height. It's much smaller than we think it is, right? Our hips are not as wide as we think they are. I'm drawing my belly button, my spine, wrapping my ribs, squeezing my glutes. I have my hand gently in front of me. That's my top arm. I'm going to point it forward and flex to pull it back. Now look, I don't want to go like this to come back. I want to stay completely still. This hand's just here gently because it's an easy place to put it. If you're looking for more of a challenge, you can reach your arm over your head, bicep by your ear. Here's 9. One more. And here's 10. Now, bring the foot to hip height. Legs stacked on top of each other. Use your inner thigh to squeeze the leg down and your outer thigh and glutes to pull the leg apart again to hip height. Don't go any higher than hip height because it'll come out of the hip muscle. Now squeeze and open. Squeeze and pull apart. Good. Still shoot energy out of that top leg to increase the difficulty of the movement. Now stay here at hip height and squeeze the bottom leg to the top leg of your inner thigh and release. And squeeze. 3, 4, 5, 6. Try not to sickle your bottom foot. I love to do that. And one more. Good. Now point both feet and turn it out to Pilates feet. Squeeze the glutes strongly and rotate the femur in the hip socket. Now keep the leg up and use the inner thighs to squeeze it together and lift and lower. Here's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Lift up out of the side closest to the mat. And now what we're going to do is keep the foot turned out. Drag the toe while bending the knee and turn out. So I have my toe on my knee. I'm going to extend or develop my leg to the ceiling, flex my foot, and use the inner thighs to squeeze it together and point and pull and extend and flex. Point and pull, extend and flex. 2 more in this direction and then we're going to reverse. Now keep the foot flexed, extend it to the ceiling, point it, tap the toe around the area of the knee, and drag the toe all the way down to the bottom of the foot. Flex and lift, and point, and extend, and flex and point, and extend, and flex and point, and extend. 1 more. All right. We're going to do something called rainbow. You don't need to make the rainbow to the ceiling. You're going to like me a lot more if it's lower. So we're going to tap the foot in front, and then we're going to lift it up and over to the back. And back to the front is 1. And here's 2. And back and forward 3. Back and forward 4. It's like a trampoline. Woo, here's where it starts to get hard. Squeeze the bottom glute. And 1 more. Good. Stack the feet, turn it to parallel. Drag the legs in. And scooch back just a little bit maybe. I'm on an elevated mat, so I have to do that. I have a 90-degree bend from my hips, from my body to my thighs. I have 90-degree bend from my thighs to my calf. My feet are flexed. Lift your feet an inch and squeeze it open and squeeze it shut. Guys, notice I'm not leaning back to do this. This is all hip work. Ooh. If you feel yourself shifting on your thigh, you're moving back to get your leg open the distance that you want to. You need to go ahead and stay where you are. So now we're going to open, separate your feet, tap your knees, separate your knees, tap your feet, and close. Open and knees and feet and close. Open, knees, feet, close. Here's 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. All hips. 10. Lower your feet. Roll onto your back. Bring your legs into tabletop. Extend your feet to the ceiling. Nice heavy sacrum. We're going to do 6 scissors on each side. Inhale, exhale, curl up. And we'll bring the right leg in first and pull and switch and pull. Make sure that your leg is coming to you and you're not bouncing your body for your leg. See how my body's completely still? I'm not going like this like a chicken for my leg. I'm allowing my leg to come to me. If I can't reach my leg, I can pull behind the thigh. Bring the knees to tabletop. Rest the head, neck, and shoulders. We're going to roll over onto our right side for the other side lying legs. Again, if you don't want to be up on your forearm, you can rest on your side with your arm as a pillow. You should do the same thing on both sides. So if you're like, oh, I can do my forearm on my left side because my right shoulder hurts, you should do the same movement on both sides. So you're working both sides equally, right? So next time, do the same on both sides, yes? All right, I'm going to lift up out of my side closest to the mat. I'm going to shoot energy out of my top foot, flexing both feet, belly button to spine, wrap my ribs. My hand is resting down on the mat gently, but if I want more, I can reach my hand over my head. I'm going to bring my foot up to hip height. I'm going to bring my foot forward and flex it to pull it back. Don't allow your back to arch here. Use your glutes to pull your foot behind you if that's what you're doing. If you're finding you're having a difficult time with it, just stack your feet at first. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, almost there. 10. Now stack the feet, hip height, squeeze the top leg to the bottom with your inner thigh. Pull it apart with your hips. So your leg is, think of it as being parallel to the floor. And squeeze and pull apart till it's parallel. Here's 3, 4, 5, 9, and 10. And now we're going to squeeze the bottom leg to the top leg. 1, 2 for inner thigh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Point both feet and stack them. Lift the bottom leg and lower. 1, and lift and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now the développé. So we're going to pull the toe to the knee, turned out, and extend and flex and lower. Point and pull, extend and flex and lower. And here's 3, and 4, and 5. Keep it flex and lift and point and tap and extend and flex and lift and point, extend. And here's 3, 4. It always hurts worse on the second leg. All right, let's rainbow it, right? You don't have to kick it to the ceiling. You'll like me more. Tap it in the front and to the back and the front. 1, 2, 3. Belly by the spine, wrap the ribs. Here's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stack the feet, bring it to parallel. Adjust so that you have a 90-degree bend from your body to your thighs, from your thighs to your calf. Flex your feet, lift up the feet a few inches and open and close. Again, guys, notice how my body's not shifting. I'm only opening and closing from the hips. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and now let's add on. Open, tap the knees, tap the feet, and close. Open, knees, feet, close. Open, knees, feet, close. Here's 4, 5, halfway there. 6, 7, 8, 9. Woo! 1 more. 10, and close. All right, let's roll over onto our back, feet to tabletop, extend the legs to the ceiling. Let's go ahead and bring our fingers interlace to the base of our skull, behind our necks, thumbs long down our neck. Bring the elbows to the periphery, inhale, exhale, curl, flex the feet in parallel, lower. 1, 2, 3, point and float it up, and flex on the lower. 2, 3, and point and lift. And flex and lower. 2, 3. Halfway there. And 5. 1 more. Leave the legs up. Rest the head and shoulders. Bring the hands by the side. Bend at the knees. Bring your feet flat on the mat for bridging. We're going to do 3 articulation bridges and then a hinge bridge series. So, inhale. Exhale, imprint the spine. Then begin to tuck the tail and slowly and carefully lift up to an articulation bridge without flaring in the ribs or coming up onto your cervical spine, right? The glutes should be doing the lifting. Now articulate down, 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 down. Back to neutral spine. Inhale, exhale, imprint. Tuck the tail and articulate up, 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 up. Really try to extend those knees over the toes. Articulate down. Last one, best one. Imprint and lift, 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 lift. Now articulate back down. Let's go to hinge bridge. Don't arch your back here. You want to make sure that you're staying connected between the bottom of the ribs and the tip tops of the hips. So no arching. Inhale, exhale, lift it up. And lower everything at once. And lift. And lower. 1 more, lift. Now bring the right leg to tabletop. And now tap the hips down for single leg bridge and lift. 1. And tap and lift. 2. Really driving into that left glute. Tap and lift. 3. Now lower the right foot down, left foot to tabletop. Tap them, make sure your hips are even, right? Ooh, my left hip was dropped a little bit, not good. Here's 2, and here's 3. Lower that left foot, and now hinge, bridge, down. Extend the legs long. Bring the fingertips up out of the 12th rib, or the 12th rib sternum. We're going to inhale and begin roll-ups. Squeeze the legs together and turn up. Inhale, articulate up, 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 up. Round over the legs. If we're able to, bring your biceps by your ears, round over a barrel, and exhale as you roll down, all the way down to the mat. And inhale to lift. Nice long legs, keep them fully extended on the mat. Exhale over. Inhale back down. Find a nice release in the spine. The nice stretch and space between each vertebra. We have 2 more. And here's 5. One more. Find that articulation. Nice heavy exhale on the embarrassing part. Now, we're going to come back up to sitting up tall. Flex your feet. Bring them a little bit wider than hip height. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. I'm enjoying working on spine stretch recently with my palms up, just like starboard. So I have them floating up out of my sternum 12th rib. I'm going to do a 2-count spine stretch today, just 3, and then we're going to do corkscrew and saw 3 times for corkscrew in each direction and 3 times for saw in each direction. So I'm going to inhale, reach over my feet, running over that barrel just like I did a roll up, and exhale to articulate up, 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 up. Sitting up tall, inhale, articulate down and over. Now when I sit up tall, I want to make sure that I'm stacking my shoulders over my hips. And one more. Inhale. Reach over. Squeeze it out all the air. And exhale to lift. And then I'm going to tuck my tail and articulate down to the mat. I'm going to bring my legs to tabletop. Extend them up to the ceiling. Platform my arms down on my side. Have a nice heavy sacrum. We're going to be working in corkscrew 1 today, where our tail and our hips do not lift. So our legs will rub against each other as we come around in a circle, in a single leg circle. It's a single leg circle hip attachment on the back with both legs. So both legs are going to move to the right and down, higher than a working level, more like a bender ball size circle, and exhale back up. And then we're going to go to the left. Mine's bigger than a bender ball. It might be more the size of an exercise ball. And inhale to the left. And exhale back up. One more time in each direction. And inhale. And exhale back up. Bend the knees to tabletop. Gently hold on beside the knee. Articulate up. Allow the load of the legs to lift you up instead of swinging. Feet on the mat. Extend them. Flex. Separate the feet a little bit wider than hips distance apart. Fingertips up out to the T. Pull them back into your periphery. We're not going to flip our palms today. We're going to leave them where they are. I'm going to rotate to the right and dive down and reach for my foot, rounding over the barrel. Exhale, up, up, up. Inhale through center to the other side. Exhale, dive over the barrel at an angle. Then come up, center, other way. And through center. Inhale through center. And up. Let's do one more. To the left. Come back up. Shake the legs up. We're going to go into bird dog. So we're going to be doing some more leg work, all right? All right. If you need support for your hands, for your wrists, or for your knees on this, please feel free to get some. If you have wrist problems, Think of coming more into the pads of your fingers rather than breaking at the wrist to support you. And if this doesn't work, you can find weights to hold on to so your wrists are not breaking. Please feel free to use a knee pad if you need to under your knees. We're going to be working with the left leg first. I've squeezed my legs together. I'm going to flex my left foot. I'm going to extend that foot up to stand up on the ceiling and lower. Try to work in parallel here. 3, 4, 5. Keep it up there. Extend the leg out and lower the foot down to tap it and lift it still with parallel hips. If you have a mirror, you can take a look, or you can look down at your hips. Here's 3, 4, 5. Keep it up and pulse up with the glutes 5 times to the ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there. Take your left hand, come to your forearm, bring your fingertips to face the left hand and rotate the hips so they're splayed, and you're turning that foot up by rotating the femur in the hip socket. Flex the foot, bring the leg to the outside, bring it to the elbow and donkey kick and extend it behind you. You shouldn't be shifting your weight on your right leg as you do this. Your hips should stay right over your knee. Here's 4 and 5. Now stay up, point the foot, lower the leg so that the leg is parallel to the floor so that you're not have to unsplay your hips together, and lift and lower to parallel and squeeze the glutes to lift. Lift with the pinky blade edge of the foot. 4 and 5. Stay up at the top and pulse up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now 5 small circles in each direction. 1. Lift up, 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 and reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the foot down. Come onto your elbows in a quadruped position so that your shoulders are over your elbow. Now extend your left leg long to Pilates V plank, and then your right leg long to Pilates V plank. Now, doing more of a saw movement with your elbow. Bend your knees, don't tap them on the mat, and press forward through the glutes, squeezing the inner thighs to plank. Press back, just bending at the knees gently, don't rest them on the mat, and back. Again, we're pulling them out apart with our forearm, and back. Now we're going to pike, lift the hips, don't rest the forehead on the mat. I know this is a weird type of movement. Squeeze the glutes down, and lift, and lower. 1 more, and lower. Now lower your knees down. Come back to a quadruped position. Come back onto your hands. We're going to do 3 one-legged knee push-ups on each side. So extend the left leg behind you and bend your elbows back for tricep push-up and lift it up for 1. And bend and lift 2. And 3. Now lower the left foot and bring the right foot behind you in parallel. If you have a mirror nearby, take a look. Really shoot energy out of that right foot. And bend and straighten 1. Bend and straighten 2. Bend and straighten 3. Bring the foot down. Don't put any weight in the right foot. Flex that foot and donkey kick in parallel for 5. And lower. And 4. And lower. Here's 3. Try not to shift that weight on that left leg. I know it's really easy right now, right? And now extend that foot out. And lower and lift for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And pulse up for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Guys, we're almost halfway there on this side. Now come down onto the left forearm with the left fingers on top of the right hand. Open that left hip, or the right hip just a little bit, reaching that pinky blade edge up to the ceiling. Now, we're going to flex the foot and bring that right knee to the right elbow and extend it behind us. Don't allow your weight to shift on that left leg. So go ahead and take a look. Make sure that your hip is over your knee. 2 more. 1 more. Now point the foot and lower that leg so it's parallel to the mat, and then squeeze with the pinky blade edge to lift that leg, and lower and lift for 4, 3, 2, 1, and now pulse up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 small circles in each direction, and lift up, up, 3, 4, 5, and reverse, 2, 3, 4, 5, lower the leg down, bring the hand up. We're going to be working on our hands for the next plank series, same plank series sort of, with full push-ups instead of one-legged push-ups this time. Extend the left leg back to a Pilates feet plank and the right leg back to a Pilates feet plank. And now, we're going to bend the knees, don't rest them on the mat, and drive the hips forward, squeezing the inner thighs, squeezing the glutes, and press back, and forward, and back, and forward. And now see how I'm on my toes instead of flexing my foot back? I'm on my toes a little bit more, right? I'm going to pike and come back over. And that's going to help us in a little bit, right? Well, you don't know, but it will. And here's 2. And 1 more. 3. And now 3 tricep push-ups. So bend the elbows and lift back. Bend the elbows back towards your feet. And 1 more. Lower the knees. Press back into a child's pose, guys. Good job. So we're going to take 1 more deep breath here, and then we're going to walk the hands over to the left side, both of them, but we're going to keep our left hips down. Take another nice deep breath here. Come back to the center. Go to the right side, keeping the hips down. Don't allow the hips to shift. We don't want to wag our tail like a dog. Now come back to center. Now articulate up, 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 up to sitting up tall. Pardon me. Woo. My hair doesn't want to cooperate today, right? Okay. Staying right here. I'm going to sit with my sits bones on my heels. From here, I'm going to reach my arms down gently beside me, roll my shoulders up, back, and down, and tweeze the bottom tips of my shoulder blades, stack my shoulders over my hips. Now, trying to keep this body position or this neutral spine position as I lift and lower. I don't want to hinge forward. I'm going to squeeze my glutes and lift myself up. And then I'm going to lower back down. I'm going to lift. It takes a lot of abdominal control and a lot of lower body leg control as well. And now lift. Now, I'm going to press my arms behind me, reaching my fingertips long, and pull it forward. Just by my hips, and press it back. And lower it. And 1 more. Really opening up across the front of the chest without flaring my ribs. Now, as long as I don't have knee problems, I can do this next move. I'm going to float my hands up, palms up again, just like I did for spine stretch. I'm really squeezing my glutes here, and I'm maintaining a nice long position with the tip top of my head and shoulders stacked over my hips, so hips stacked over my knees. I'm going to come to a hinge position, leaning backwards. Not too far, right? And now I'm going to pull it forward, straight back up, so everything's stacked on top of each other. Very hard on the hamstrings, called thigh stretch. Imagine you're stuck between a panini press. We have 1 more here, guys, okay? And now I'm going to pull it back, 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 back. And I'm going to lift it up, 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 up. I'm going to lower down to the mat. Let's do 1 more side series, and we will go ahead and stretch and do mermaid. So I'm going to come onto my left side again. I'm in sort of a mermaid position, but not really. My fingertips are pointed towards the end of the mat. My knees and my fingertips are lined up against each other. My shins are parallel with the end of the mat. My hands gently resting on top. It's not hanging on for dear life. I can put it on my hip. I can put it behind my head. I can do the hokey pokey with it. It's not really doing anything, right? What I am going to do is kind of a hinge bridge, just like I did at the beginning of the last series. So I'm going to lift up, 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 squeeze everything in a line. I'm squeezing my inner thighs and my glutes, squeezing under my arms strongly, kind of like I did for side lying legs. We're adding a bunch of stuff together. And I'm going to sit back, bringing my hips back more towards my heels. And then I'm going to squeeze and lift. Again, I can do anything I want with my hand here, right? It's kind of awkward. So what are you gonna do with it? One more. Draw the arms together, wrap the belly and lift. Now stay here. Now lift the top leg. Now I'm gonna bring out my hip, I guess, and lower. And lift and lower. One more. And now lift, extend the leg, bend the leg, and lower. Lift, extend, bend, and lower. Keep weight in that bottom shin, and bend, and lower. And now sit back. We're going to come onto our back really fast. Do the final exercise in this series of 5, which is elbow to knee. Bend one leg to tabletop, other leg to tabletop. Fingers interlaced at the back of our skull, thumbs long down our neck, elbows in our periphery. Inhale, exhale, curl up. Rotate to the left and center, and the right and center. Let's do one more. Make sure that you're not shifting off that back hip. And now we're going to add a right leg extension as we rotate to the left and center. And extend that left leg as we rotate to the right and back to center. Again, we're keeping the leg that's not doing anything in tabletop. So we're not getting too wild with weight shifts today. One more to each side. Rest the head, neck, and shoulders. Lower the feet. You can roll over to the other side. To set up, I have my hand up by my knees. It is slightly in front of my shoulder. If you have a mirror nearby, it will be easier for you to adjust. This is an awkward sort of movement right here. Because when you lift, you need a little bit more room to come forward with your hips, or I do at least, given the length of my torso. So my shins are parallel with the end of the mat. My knee and hand are lined up. I'm gonna do whatever I want with my hand right now. It ended up being on my hip, but when I was first started, I was just doing the hip lower lifts. It was just sort of hanging out. So inhale, exhale, belly button, spine, wrap the ribs. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs. Squeeze the everything together. Adjust so that your shoulders over your wrist and sit back. And squeeze down and open up across that pec as well. And then lower. One more. Now lift. Now hand on the hip and lift that top leg like your dog peeing on a fire hydrant and squeeze it together and lift and lower and lift it all as one piece and lower. Now lift, extend the leg, bend the leg and lower. Lift, extend, bend, lower, lift, extend, bend, lower. Go ahead and rest it down. Come onto your back. Lift your legs up to the ceiling. Walk your hands up the back of your legs and flex and point your feet for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there for a second. Now just flex the right foot and point, and left foot and point, and right, left, right, left. This is just for fun. And 5, and 6. Now bend the knees in, rest the head, neck, and shoulders, rest the feet. We're going to come up to sitting up tall. We'll do our left side first. I'm going to do classic mermaid. If you're unable to do classic mermaid, you can sit in a Z-sit position. You can sit in a diamond. You can sit crisscross applesauce. You can sit with your feet in front of you. If you are sitting in a crisscross applesauce, please switch the other leg to the front when we go to the other side. So, my arms are out at a T. I'm going to place my hand on the mat near my knees. I'm going to bend my elbow into my hips and reach long for the wall and the ceiling meet to the left side. I'm going to sit up tall, 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 keeping my thighs together the whole time. Reach my right hand across my left knee palm up and reach for where the wall and the ceiling meet on the right side. Come back to the T. Lower the hand down and reach. Sit back up tall and reach for the opposite side. And one more. And reach. And sit up tall. At this point, this is just a nice flowy movement. We're going to bring our legs to the other side. If you are sitting in a Z-sit or classical mermaid position, If you're in crisscross applesauce, flip the switch, arms to the T, right hand down by the knees, reach up and over to the right, reaching for the wall and ceiling meet, sit up tall, 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 reach the left hand across the right knee, palm up, and reach for the wall and ceiling meet on the left. Now, if you're feeling it in your shoulder, drop that elbow down, and don't crunch it up, drop that elbow down, and make your obliques do the work here. Let's do one more to each side. Find a nice breathing situation here. Nice flowy movement. Come to a comfortable seated position. Take a nice inhale and exhale it down. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions or need any modifications, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.